Happy Friday the 13th, y'all. Mars is joining the North Node today. This is a big transit. So it's not just the 13th where people have all these superstitions about it. There's an actual transit that's making today, going into this weekend, monumental. So Mars is the planet of drive and action and movement and passion, and it's sitting in the sign of Pisces. The North Node is where collectively we are meant to move towards. And when the nodes are in a sign, it's about a 2 to 2.5 year period of eclipses that's helping us kind of shift into that direction. So the nodes are actually moving into Leo and Aquarius later this summer. But right now, this is one of those transits that's pushing the collective, pushing all of us forward to where we're meant to shift. Now, the South Node is in Virgo, which is a sign that has to do with details, perfection, structure, overthinking, organization. So the South Node are the things we're supposed to release, move away from, or let go. So we are called to put down a lot of this overthinking, a lot of this, it has to look a certain way, and step into Pisces, which is the complete opposite of Virgo. Pisces is more big picture, more felt than thought. It is more intuitive, it is more artistic, more dreamy. It's ruled by Neptune. So Pisces is a sign that's more about like spirituality, seeing things beyond, tapping more into your creativity, into your magnetism, into your flow. So Mars in Pisces is not exactly happy. It's action that happens intuitively. It's action that happens because it feels right. So this isn't overthinking or overdoing and overplanning. This is more the desire to move intentionally with things that feel aligned and good for you. The thing about the nodes is that it feels like fate. So if today, leaning into tomorrow, you feel the desire to do Mars, to take action towards something that feels emotional or intuitive or fated, lean in because it's your soul pushing you towards growth. Again, this isn't logic, Virgo, practical. This is soul aligned action towards something that you're meant to step into, but maybe in the past you held yourself back. I hate to be basic and say this is like a cosmic universal push, but that's essentially what this transit is. It's all about having the courage, Mars, to follow your intuition, Pisces, right? And I say follow because North Node, that's where we're going. So whatever it is that's coming up creatively, spiritually, intuitively, maybe you just have a big breakthrough about something you've been meaning to do and it just downloads this weekend. Or maybe you just wake up with clarity of like, oh, this is what I've been meaning to do. This is the thing I'm supposed to step into. Now, depending on how you experience this, if it feels negative or it feels like overwhelming or heavy, it depends on your chart. I natally have my Mars in Pisces, so this feels really dreamy and yummy for me because it's taking action the way that works for me. But for people who are more rigid and regimented, it might feel like too much pressure, like you might be emotionally overwhelmed or flooded and need to take it slow this weekend. So if you're feeling drained energetically, take that as a sign to rest. Another thing that can happen with Pisces and Neptune, because it's ruled by Neptune, is that there could be illusions. So don't do anything impulsively. Remember, this energy is about intuition and flow, not about impulsivity and like, oh my God, I feel called to do that. Very different vibes. So trust yourself above it all. The way to really know is, does it feel good? Does it feel aligned? Does it feel like it's moving you forward to where you want to be, to the things that feel good in your heart? Now again, depending on your rising and where you have your Pisces, it's going to feel slightly different, right? So like Aries rising, your Pisces would be in the 12th house. This is the house that's ruled by Pisces. So this is your subconscious mind. So maybe some breakthroughs that come through dreams, maybe some deep spiritual insights, maybe something around your psyche and your subconscious gets unearthed, and this is the weekend where it comes up. It might also look like deep introspection, like wanting to be alone this weekend. Maybe repressed emotions like anger, because Mars is anger. Mars is passion and drive, but it's also rage. So maybe you'll have some anger surfacing, which again is just a weekend to kind of sit with what's coming up through your subconscious mind. Dreams, feelings, intuitions, lean in and pay attention, right? Now, if you are a Taurus rising, then Pisces would be in your 11th house. So this is your house of friendships, well, networks, right? Hopes and dreams, the internet, all of that. So again, this is action, Mars in Pisces. It's going to be like really intuitively being led to the right people. You might meet somebody that is meaningful to you this weekend. You might step into your leadership, but like again, intuitively led, not logic driven. You might feel like you want to take inspired action because, again, it's your intuition and there's a push. So whatever action you feel inspired to take, especially around your network, how you show up on social media, your hopes and dreams, anything that feels like it's leading towards your future, trust that. Now on the negative side, again, because it's Neptune, there might be conflicts that come up in your friend groups, right? There might be an awareness or like the illusion coming off of like maybe some friendships are misaligned and they need to go. So this weekend you're going to have a little bit of perspective of like what is meant to stay and what is meant to go. So just jot down the breakthroughs that you have around the people in your life. If you are a Gemini rising, then that would put Pisces in your 10th house, which is your house of career, public perception, how you're perceived out in the world, like what you're known for. The good thing about Mars in Pisces here is that you are going to take action towards building your legacy, right? Another big thing that comes up here is you might be seen in a different light by the people that you serve, like your clients. You might feel more motivated, take action, like you're going to feel some momentum in your career. Now, on the negative side, again, Mars in Pisces is not the most comfortable because Mars is about action. It wants to move. It wants to go, go, go. Pisces is more flowy and intuitive. So maybe power struggles, maybe something in your career that you're like, oh, I'm just angry and I want to do, but like you feel like everything is kind of slowed down and it's not up to you. Big thing to pay attention to here would be like burnout or stress. Listen to your body, honey. If you need rest this weekend, Pisces is very much intuitive. So listen to your body, listen to your how you feel, how you wake up and you feel. That would tell you where your energy should go. Like, is it a weekend that I move and take action, or is it a weekend that I rest and just receive downloads and clarity? Because it could look like having a breakthrough around your career and just being super passive and comfortable this weekend, or it could look like moving boldly in your career. But either way, it's going to be determined on you. Well, it's going to be based on like your chart. Words. Mercury retrograde, y'all. I'm sorry. So if you're a Cancer rising, that would put Pisces in your 9th house. So this is the house of higher learning, expansion, publishing, travel, your higher mind. So basically this is your beliefs, your spirituality, and Pisces is already a very spiritual sign. So this is going to bring action and energy to a place where like your beliefs can change, right? Where you start to look at life in a different way, where you feel like you want to take action based on what you believe. So maybe coming across new information and getting inspired, right? Maybe getting creative and deciding to write that book or finally do that thing. Maybe some unexpected travel that you're like, man, I'm ready to go here. If you are taking a trip this weekend, it's fated because again, it's the North Node. So if you have a trip planned for this weekend and your Pisces is in the 9th house, babe, there's something happening in this trip that's going to give you a breakthrough, that's going to change your mindset, that's going to shift your belief. So pay attention. So again, because it's Pisces, I also have to say on the negative side, it could feel like being a little bit clouded mentally, like not having clarity of where you're going in life or not having clarity around what you're meant to do right now. Let that pass. It's okay to sit in the unknown for a little while. Another thing is maybe having unrealistic expectations because Mars wants to move. Pisces is not exactly known for being clear. So you might be like, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. But like if there's a wall, there's a reason. Another thing that could happen is you could have clashing fights or disagreements with other people's beliefs. So be mindful not to take it that deep. I would encourage you to take this transit to notice what's coming up, not to feel like you need to be right. For my Leo risings, like me, this is a funky one because it's in our 8th house. So Pisces in the 8th house, we already know that intuitive mind, that psychic brain, that transformation, sex, death, rebirth, we live here. But when Mars enters Pisces, it brings up a certain edge, like it activates something. Remember, Mars and Pluto rule Scorpio. This is the house of Scorpio. So Mars is home. Even though it's in Pisces, it's doing its work. So it's activating, it's bringing up anger, it's bringing up rage, it's bringing up trauma. It's forcing us to confront what is not in alignment. Now, again, Pisces is very intuitive. This isn't like rage that's destructive. This is like sacred rage. So on the positive side, it could be emotional healing. It could be having a massive breakthrough around something that's been holding you back. It could look like a financial breakthrough, coming into some money unexpectedly. Think of like deep personal transformation, but like beautiful transformation. On the negative sense, because it's Mars and it's agitating, it could bring up a lot of anger, a lot of suppressed rage. So like intense emotion, financial situations that kind of piss you off and bring up a what am I going to do and like desperate energy. power struggles in relationships, sexual trauma resurfacing. This isn't about being afraid. I think it's, again, a beautiful transit. We are used to this 8th house. Every time Mars comes through here, it brings up things that we need to face. Remember, it's conjunct the North Node. So whatever you let go, whatever you step into, whatever new version you set in place is going to stick. Use this transit. So that's the first 6. If your rising sign is any other, comment here so I can reply with a video. But y'all, this transit is so yummy because when the North Node is involved, it's changing our lives. It's moving us forward. Definitely use this one. Comment for part 2.